Hey y'all, I'm here for our daily Bible readings. Are y'all ready? Got some good stuff for you out of the best book in the world. Got a little redneck rant too. Do you want it first or last? I'm going to give it to you first. I meant to check and see how long this phone conversation was I had with one of my subscribers, and I forgot to check. It was long though. I'm sure it was over an hour. And this woman is amazing, y'all. She has more faith than me, I think. And I had stage 4 cancer cured by faith, strictly by faith. 16, I can't think. I can't do math in my head like I used to. About 11 years ago, something like that. Never took one chemo treatment, which they wanted to start the day after my diagnosis was confirmed. I said, check me out of the hospital. I want to go home and pray. I never went back. Never had one treatment. I got my treatment from up above. And this person that I spoke to on the phone for so long, I think has more faith than me. She told me the things that she's been through, the bones that she's had broken, and never let a doctor take care of them. She let them get healed by faith. And heart problems that she had. It just amazes me. I know it shouldn't amaze me because that's who and what our God is. He is our great physician. He knows our body better than anybody. He created every cell and every molecule in our body. Who better to heal us than our great physician? Our God is awesome, y'all. He is way more awesome than we usually give him credit for. And this old bald-headed redneck is going to start flexing his faith muscles again. I'm tired of doctors. I'm tired of hospitals. I'm tired of medicine. It's time for me to start putting my faith back in my Creator. Cherry sent me these books the other day. Healing Belongs to Us. The Truth About Healing. And Smith Wigglesworth on Healing. I've read the little one. I hadn't read the others yet. But I'm done with the medical profession. I think every appointment I have, I'm going to cancel. Because nothing's getting fixed. And some of them causes more pain than what I already had. But anyway, you can think I'm goofy, and that's fine. I do trust my Creator. I do put my faith in Him, I am going to be all right. And if I'm not all right here, I'm certainly going to be all right up yonder. But I think He wants me to stick around here a little bit longer. So my faith is in Him. And I know He put doctors on earth, or I don't know. I assume He put doctors on earth for a reason. But I've lost my confidence in them. I think they drag it out as long as possible so they can keep making the money. They don't want us to get healed. I know the drug companies don't want us to get healed because the drugs that they make, they want you to take forever. If you got healed, you'd stop taking their drugs. Anyway, I know that's controversial, and I don't usually do controversial stuff here, except God's holy word, which is very controversial. and I'm going to give you some more from God's holy word, and it's some good stuff I'm going to give you. So y'all, fasten your seatbelts, get your crash helmets on. You liable to need them. Ezekiel chapter 37. Let me grab a drink of water here. All right, y'all ready? Ezekiel chapter 7. And how ironic is this? Talking about vision of dry bones in the valley. The long phone conversation I just had, that young lady was talking about the valley of the dry bones. And I didn't know, I hadn't looked at today's daily Bible readings before that phone conversation. And I doubt she had either. But here we go, chapter 37 of Ezekiel. The hand of the Lord was upon me, and the hand of the Lord is always upon us. We just need to acknowledge that. The hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones, and caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. That means all the meat, all the sinew, all the tissue, everything was gone off the bones. It's nothing but bones left. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord God, thou knowest. He wasn't going to answer that question. He said, O Lord God, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, Prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Do you know how powerful the word of the Lord is, my friends? The word of the Lord, all by itself, with nothing else, the word of the Lord can do anything in the world. It can make a big, tall, beautiful mountain crumble. It can make an ocean dry up. It can create an ocean. It can create the mountains. It can create a new heaven and a new earth, and it's going to do just that. And it can take dry bones in a valley to come back to life. And it can heal your problems, whatever your problems are. The word of the Lord can take care of them if you've got faith in the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord God unto these bones, Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live. And ye shall know that I am the Lord. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise. Not after he prophesied, not 2 or 3 weeks later, not a month or a year later, but as he was speaking. He heard a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. Then he said unto me, Prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, Son of man, and say to the wind, Thus saith the Lord God, Come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived, and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army. Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say, Our bones are dried, and our hope is lost. We are cut off for our parts. Therefore prophesy and say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, O my people, I will open your graves, and cause you to come up out of your graves, and bring you into the land of Israel. And what happened, y'all? And ye shall know that I am the Lord, when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves, and shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Then shall ye know that I, the Lord, have spoken it and performed it, saith the Lord. The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick, and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick, and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these? Say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the land of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand. And the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thy hand before their eyes. And say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all, and they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressors, but I will save them out of all their dwelling places wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their God. And David my servant shall be king over them, and they all shall have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments, and observe my statutes, and do them. And they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt, and they shall dwell therein, even they, and their children, and their children's children forever. And my servant David shall be their prince forever. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them, and I will place them and multiply them, and will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. My tabernacle also shall be with them, yea, I will be their God, and they shall be my people. And the heathen shall know that I, the Lord, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore. And the heathen better pay attention, because you mess with God's country or God's people, God's going to mess with you, and you're going to wish you had behaved. That's that, y'all. That was your chapter for the day. It was a medium-sized chapter. And now for some more redneck rant. This friend that I was talking about, this YouTube friend, has 8.9 acres in Arkansas, heavily wooded. I have been looking for some acreage to buy, just a small acreage, heavily wooded, that I could put a tiny home on and just kind of live like a hermit out in the woods. And I don't want to take her land away from her. But I asked her if she would be interested in allowing me to build a tiny home back in a corner of the woods somewhere, put a water well and a septic tank on it, and when I die, the tiny home and the well and septic tank would all be hers. And I told her, don't give me an answer yet, but to think about it. I think that would be cool. I wouldn't own the land, and I would never ask her to sell me a part of it. But she doesn't have water. She has to go to town and buy water. And she doesn't have sewer. so I could put in a well and a septic tank that she could use and that I could use. And I could have my tiny house in the woods like I dream of having. I'm not a city boy. I'm not even a small town boy. I like this town where I'm at, and I've made some good friends here. But it has been my dream for years to live out in the country on a heavily wooded piece of land. And she told me that that land has a big pond and it has deer. So I could hunt and I could fish and I could just spend time with God way out in the country. I could talk to God out loud. I talk to God out loud here. I could keep doing it out there. And I think out in the country, there would be no distractions at all, and I could have a lot better time alone with the Lord there than I do here. I think it's an awesome deal, but it's up to her. And I'd have to sell my place. I don't have the money to get a well and a septic tank, so I'd have to sell this place here, and whatever money was left, I'd build me a tiny cabin out there in the woods. And I don't need much. You know, something the size of this kitchen would be perfect for me. This is a big kitchen. I could take a room this size and make it my whole house. So that's that, y'all. And it would be in a warmer location too. It still gets cold there, but not like up here. Goodness gracious, y'all. And today, I went out. I went to the grocery store and I went to the bank and I went to Nicole's shop, which I gave y'all some videos from her shop. And I got some pictures I took too. I'll post at my community page after a while. I got a bunch of pictures to post there actually, but just a couple from her shop. I forgot what I was going to say. I don't know what I was going to say. I went to the grocery store, bought the ingredients to make a salad, and that's going to be my supper. That's going to be my meal of the day. I don't remember if I told you or not, but my neighbor behind me came over and his wife had made some homemade candy and he gave me some of that, and they had butchered one of their steers and he gave me a bunch of ground beef, and my freezer is full, but I wiggled stuff around and made space for those 4 packages of ground beef. So I'm blessed, y'all. God is so good. My I bought, I told y'all I bought one of those, I forgot what it's called, one of those shavers that has 5 heads. It's supposed to be made to shave bald heads, and it's the biggest piece of junk I ever spent money on. I bought it online, and ever since I bought it, every month they charge me an extra $27 for, they said it was for replacement heads, but they never sent me a replacement head, and I have never worn out a head yet, and I don't think I ever would because it doesn't work. So if it doesn't work, it's not ever going to wear out. But they still charge me for it, but they never send them. And so I asked the bank, how do I stop it? And they said the only way to stop it is to kill that debit card that they're charging it to. And so they canceled my debit card, and then they made me a new one with a different number on it. So they can't charge me $27 next month. But they didn't reverse the 27 that they've been doing the last 3 or 4 months. I was hoping they'd do that, but they didn't do that. And I never got anything for it. They told me it was for replacement heads. The battery on it runs down before I finish shaving, so I'll never need another replacement head. And they've charged me for 3 of them now. And I never got one. It's a piece of junk. But anyway, that's that. That's a redneck rant. I think. Unless I think of some more. I think that's all. When I went out, y'all that's always fussing at me for wearing a coat and being cold. When I went out today, I didn't take a coat. It was in the mid-70s. I didn't take a coat. I had on this shirt. It's a flannel long sleeve shirt. And I almost started sweating. I don't know the temperature. It's in the mid-70s, like 74, 75 degrees. And this shirt almost made me sweat. And I went to Nicole's shop for a while and told her after 15 or 20 minutes, I told her I needed to go, that I got refrigerated groceries in the truck. I need to get home and get them in the fridge. And she said, it's cold out there. I said, no, it's not cold out there. It's hot out there now. She said, it's not hot out there. I said, yeah, it is. I said, if it's not hot out there, why you got your air conditioner running in here? She had her air conditioner running. But I hung out there a while, and she's not open. Her business is not open for business yet, but she leaves the back door unlocked, and women go in there all the time to buy stuff. And she had that quilt that she was making on her long arm sewing machine that I did a video of. That thing just amazes me, how it does all the work. And Nicole has to program it, the size of the quilt and the pattern that the customer picks out and everything, and put the right thread in it and get it started, and then it does everything by itself. That machine cost her $100,000 for a sewing machine, but it's a smart sewing machine. I can't even imagine how much it costs if it ever breaks. But she went to school to repair sewing machines, and part of her business, she does sewing machine repair and cleaning and maintenance and so forth now too. So she could probably fix it herself. And she sells sewing machines. NECHI brand or something. I never heard of them, but not a Singer sewing machine. That's the only brand name I know. I don't even know if they make Singer machines anymore, but she sells Netchi or some NECHI, and they're fancy looking sewing machines. I don't know how much they cost, but they're nice looking sewing machines that she sells in her store. So now I told her I had to get home, and she said, your groceries will be all right, stay here. And her store was busy. She had customers coming and going, and she wanted me to stay. I couldn't talk to her because she was waiting on customers the whole time. It was kind of boring just hanging around there. I bought some more. I guess they're over on the stove. Some more stuff to give away to y'all. I don't know where. Oh, it's right here. Yeah, it's right here. I bought this for myself. Coffee cup with the name of her store, Paradise Flats Quilt Company, established in 2022. But now she's got a store downtown. So I got me a new coffee cup. And I got some more stuff in that bag for some of y'all. And I guess that's that. I got Stephanie on here told me my eye problem. She said it's to check my contact lens solution expiration date, and it expired 3 years ago. And she asked me how long that little case that I store the contact lens in was, and I said, I don't know, it's at least 3 years old, maybe 4 or 5 years old. She said to throw it away and throw that solution away and get more, which I did, but I've already put it up. So, and I threw the contact lens away. I never throw contact lens away until they tear, and these wasn't torn, but they were so old, she told me to throw them away, so I did. And so next time, if my eyes ever get well, I'll get a new pair of contact lens and use the new contact lens solution and the new little holder case for them, and hopefully be okay. I've never had a problem with contact lens before, but last time I wore these, they hurt. They messed up my eyes, and that was 3 days ago, and they're still red and itching and hurting. So I don't know if it was because the solution was expired. I don't know, but something bothered them. I've cut up jalapenos and habaneros and removed my contact lens with pepper juice on my fingers, and that would make my eyes red for an hour or two, but they would clear up. Whatever happened this time, they're not cleared up yet. And that was 2 or 3 days ago. It was last Sunday. So it's been a while. That's it for today's daily Bible reading and for the redneck rant. And maybe tomorrow, I hadn't looked at the weather forecast for tomorrow, but maybe it'll be hot again tomorrow and I can take my coat off again. But for now, it is cold. And so it's on. I was almost shivering when I put it on a while ago. That's that, y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. If you stuck around this long and hadn't subscribed yet, subscribe. I don't charge. YouTube doesn't pay me. I'm here to share Jesus and some redneck rant. I'm not here to make money. Got it? So hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. Write me a comment. God bless you, friends. I love y'all and I appreciate every one of you.